My name is Gennady Zyrin, and I will teach you now how to static balance. Let's start from the question, what is it for? Actually, the skill is very useful. You can win contests on the bike fest. They like very much slow riding competitions. And you can get there such a cool cup, medal. And the most important is some respect from biker girls on Russian choppers. Is the skill useful in motocross, enduro or maybe in slow wheelie? I absolutely don't know. I hope you will have some practice and will write it in the comments. Excellent skill in static balance is not an easy thing. I can compare the difficulty with slow wheelie. That is why you should practice it from easy difficulty to hard. The cool news is you can practice it every day in the evening in your garage, on flat hard surface. But you should use instead of soft earth surface, for example, tires. Start practicing on 2 tires. This is rather easy. As soon as you feel comfortable, remove the front one. The wheel of the motorcycle should push this tire from both sides. This way it will be easy to practice. This way it will be more difficult. To fixate the rear wheel, use a wooden piece like this. By the way, you can use for practicing absolutely any motorcycle, Chinese, Japanese, or even a motorcycle with a broken engine. Don't say after this that the motorsport is an expensive hobby. As you can see, we are not spending any fuel and the parts are not wearing. Start the training with fully turned handlebar. Let me tell you why. Motorcycle with straight handlebar is not a steady system. Motorcycle with turned handlebar is a rather steady system. The same principle is used during leaned bike drifting and leaned bike braking. Concerning the turning of the handlebar, somebody likes to turn it to the left, somebody to the right. Start the training from your preferable side. But after this, you need to practice the opposite turn of the handlebar. My favorite turn of the handlebar is to the left, because in this case your throttle hand is free. When the handlebar is turned to the right, throttle hand is jammed. What else can you do to make training easier? Let's compare a wheel with an inflated ball. As you can see, ball is very unstable on a hard surface, and it is impossible to stand on it. To make balancing easier, you can use different supports, some little stones, little logs, depressions. In this case, the rider is unhesitatingly stands on his bike. Soft dirt is making balancing easier, because under pressure appears a big contact spot, and it is rather easy to find a balance. And finally, you can deflate the tire and make stability this way. Train balance with an activated front brake. This gives more stability to the motorcycle. Even if you think that the motorcycle is placed in a depression and fixated, anyway, there are some tiny movements which unbalance you. I recommend you to use all of these helpers: fully turned handlebar, activated front brake, soft dirt, low pressure in tires and some depressions under your wheels to have extra stability of the bike. Don't use your rear brake, because you have to use your leg for balancing, as an outrigger. It is difficult to start your training from the ground, so it is better to use stands like this. You should stand in the middle position, shoulders over the handlebar, your upper part of the body should be maximum relaxed. You should not go back or go to the front. Try to make your arms maximum relaxed. All weight should be on the feet. Try to free your fingers or even take away the hands from the handlebar. Elbows should go to the sides, like in motocross. Basic position of the foot on the peg is here, on the metatarsus. But you should not clamp the motorcycle with your legs like in motocross. You should leave a space about 1 inch for balancing. To adjust the leaning of the bike, you can push on the foot peg it to go outside, or by pressing with your knee to the seat it to go inside. The same principle you use when you ride on one foot. The shoes which you are using for training do matter. If you do it in light shoes, don't forget sometimes to take on bike boots. Personally for me, it is easier to balance in bike boots. Any depression, column, border, stone or log may be used as a support, and they make a task much easier. As soon as you can easily stand 1 minute in a balance, try to make a task harder. Change the position of the feet on the foot pegs. Try to take away a foot from a peg and use it as an outrigger. Try to take away a hand from the bar, or even both. Try to activate control levers. Try to do all the same while sitting. Try to stand up and to sit down. The next step is try to stand up on the foot pegs from the ground. During this, do not allow your arm to be fully straight, because in this case you do not have a resource to make a balance movement to that side. Then take away a tire which was under your front wheel. On my mind, this is equal to balancing on the dirt. During the off-road practicing, any depressions, holes, hills may be used as helpers to keep the balance. If you have good front or back support, you can keep balance even with straight handlebar. The surface does have very important value. It is almost impossible to stand for a long time on ideally flat asphalt. But if you lay down a support and fixate on it, it does possible to stand on the asphalt. Even a small depression in the asphalt helps you rather much. Now we are going to test different types of motorcycles in the most difficult conditions, on a flat asphalt. Who said it's impossible to stand on an asphalt? It is true if you don't have trials motorcycle. Trials bike is created for balancing. It has very low center of gravity, huge turn of the handlebar, soft tires. And very important is only on it I can balance by turning of the handlebar, as it should be according to the school book. On crushed stone or on a dirt it is very easy to stand on it. If you have trials bike, for beginning use it for trainings. On it I even made a turn of the handlebar from one stopper to the other. I feel pit bike close to a dirt bike, but it is more difficult for me on it, because it is small for me. It is the most difficult to balance on a road bike. It is very heavy, I am afraid to drop it down, and it has specific ergonomics. But on a dirt, it is almost as easy to stand on it as on a dirt bike. To complete the experiment, I tried my own bike. It is most comfortable for me, because I practiced most time on it. So what, my friends, as you can see, I learned to do this, not from the first try, but I'm able even to stand on an asphalt for some time. The monkey learned to do this. This means anybody who wish will be able to learn this. All the details, which are not included to this video, I will write in the article at stuntexclub. Come to Gennady Racing Club for trainings, and see you on the tracks.